What's up? What's the deal? What's happening with this blue thing, man? Everybody get up in here. For starters, man, I didn't want the guy to even go over there. See, I'm from the generation, man. We don't even swing with them guys. Yeah, get up in here, everybody. What's the deal? Yeah, I know. Come on, I see one person up in here. Huh? Notified friend. We popping, man. What y'all want to talk about? Get up in that chat. Share the page. Yo. You already know, man. You know. I'm kicking it. Oh, that grid program, man. That's Chris, y'all veteran. That grid program shaky. I'm not gonna say all them dudes is telling. I can't say that. But when I went on the run, bro, Big U was giving me play-by-play. So I know that I was the topic of discussion on the dead homies. They can't lie to me. For sure. Neighborhood to the neighborhood. Gibbs, what's happening? Juan Hernandez, what's the deal? Huh? For sure, man. I've been peeping the whole little thing with 600 with dude from Avalon. Y'all seen that? Why did they bring that topic up? Why did they open that Pandora's box? That was crazy. Huh? Man. He addressed the grid thing. He made him talk about Big U paperwork. He told him, you want me to go ahead and cut the camera off? Yeah, he backtracking, man. Like, you know, what I do give him a little bit for is they came to the decision. They called a spade a spade. They called that man all bad. I mean, to each his own, man. Man, Digo Gibbs. I don't even want to say that. Look at him, man. What type of... yeah, you know what I mean? You know, everyone different strokes for different folks, bro. You know what I mean? You might not get along with 600. You know, another nigga gonna have a good relationship with him. So I can't fault you for that. Cartoon clearly told dude 600 was a no-go, but Blue wanted attention. Exactly. The man dropped 10 posts today. And that was an absolute no-no that he did with that with the kids. Like, what you indoctrinating the kids for? Like, what you trying to get the kids spent on or something? Like, what if it get tricky? Like, that was crazy. Adam Smith, ain't no telling, only if you a civilian. Gibbs, cuz that's the name, hood. I don't think so, man. Yeah, I don't think so. Good one, though. You know what I mean? I used to have a hard time calling baby. You know what I mean? I'm like, what man I'm calling baby? Like, you know what I mean? I'm a civilian, but my pops from 9-0. On the real, that's for sure. They're my homeboys. You know what I mean? Nigga, I used to live there, live with the 9-0, Grape and all them niggas head. All them dudes used to spend the night at my house. You know what I mean? On 10th Ave. This shit is getting wild, cuz Juan Hernandez. Yeah, it could get tricky because now you looking like you compromised at your own part. You know what I mean? Like, I could see if the paperwork was wrong. I could see if it was some discrepancies. And another thing, Big U is fighting us harder than he fought his appeal. Like, come on, man. That fool tapped out on the appeal, but he fighting us. That's crazy. But you know what? Shout out to the Avalons anyway. Huh. Yeah, me and Cuz was good until I seen where his narrative was coming from. Who you talking about, Gibbs? Who narrative? Crenshaw veteran. You know Big Miz? That's my uncle. Oh, that's the homie. Big Miz, the homie. Did a lot of time. Him, Birdie, all them. You know what I mean? Him, Big Bird. Bird just got out. Bird used to know Spanish and everything. Black ass Bird. I know all the 9-0s, bro. You know what I mean? I'm me, Big Peso, Little Peso, Donut. You know what I mean? Hike. You know, I know them all, bro. Are you going to start making longer content? You know, this ain't my primary hustle. I don't really be tripping on this. You know what I mean? But I'ma try, man. You know what I mean? Crenshaw veteran, 30 years. What's that? You know Big Miz, that's my uncle. Yeah, Big Miz did like 30 years and got out, didn't he? Huh? Yeah, I know Big Miz. Cause I grew up in the fronts. Shout out to the fronts. I fuck with the fronts. They're my guys. You know what I mean? They're my guys. For sure. Miz did 30. Yeah, Miz did a gang of time, bro. You know what I mean? He used to hold it down for us up in there. You know? But didn't he come home, though? Didn't he come home with Spody and all them? I heard he got out. That's who used to talk on Big Miz a lot? Underdog. Underdog, man. That was his guy. Miz related to Eugene. Yeah, also, yeah, I could, you know what I mean? I could see that, you know. But, you know, ain't no problem with that, bro. This ain't a family situation or none of that old thing. We ain't advocating violence. You know what I mean? We wouldn't even have nothing against Big U if he wasn't playing the streets. You know what I mean? Like, come on, just do you. Get up out of the streets, bro. Yeah, he hung. Yeah, that's the homie. Let me see what is these other. G-Mac, are you going to start making long content? See, make sure I didn't miss nobody, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, but that grid program, that shit, that's tricky, bro. You know what I mean? I wish it could be different, but we know, man, we don't need no Mac reps on the streets. Come on, man. When have you known a good Mac rep? Huh? Come on, man. Knock it off. You know what I mean? That compromise. What's your problem with CJ? That nigga is humble. I'm not gonna speak on that. I'm not gonna even address CJ. I haven't even really been on CJ no more though. You notice that? Big U needs to step down if he like that. I've just said he can't burn both ends of the candle. You can't be in the streets indoctrinating the kids and then over here playing this stuff over here. Because it seemed like you keeping drama for job security. You know what I mean? Like, come on. That if you had a police that was coming through sliding and then coming through arresting, what would you think? Like the Watts riot. You know what I mean? They have to start a whole lot of more dissension up in there in order for job security, and that's what I'm alluding to with Big U. We need peace in the community, but we don't need the police help. Exactly, bro. You know what I mean? Exactly. Inglewood Legends in the house, for sure. My crew was the homie GB, Taco, rest in peace, and the homie Daddy O. I know GB. I know Taco, rest in peace, used to be with my cousin Boat. I don't remember Daddy O, but I probably ran across crossing. Is 600 good with you? He good with me. Man, 600, my bro. That's my bro. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna go against 600. He humble, he genuine, bro. You know what I mean? You piss him off, he gonna go in. That's it. You know what I mean? He gonna go in. You know, you can't tell somebody how to be hurt. You know what I mean? You can't tell me how to strike back. If I'm hurt, I'm gonna get at you how I want to get at you. Did Big U break bread with the homie since he got all that money from Grid? Let me tell you something, man. Big U genius with what he doing with the Grid thing. He got the homies, baby mamas and stuff tied up in that stuff. Then he got the homies up in there. So that means that he's in a whole lot of people living rooms, and they depending on him for their livelihood and their finances. You know what I mean? So even when he wrong, they gonna go to bat for him out of job security. Okay, Crenshaw veteran, y'all need to really listen to what 600 saying for sure, bro. Like, he ain't lying, bro. He keeping it 100. You know, this stuff ain't out of spite, man. We just shattering the myth, man. You know, a large percent of the 60 support 600. Crenshaw veteran, yeah. They just ain't gonna come out. You know, man, that Grid stuff, man. You know, it's damn near like you got the police as your sliders. You know, he could backdoor you. I mean, come on, man. You know, he could cause destruction and then do an incident report, create and control the narrative. Like, where they do that at? Like when he got into it with Nip, he slid off under some Grid stuff. I think a large percentage of the homies support 600. Okay. Who's this? Ismail Osgood. Why 600 say Big U is only ran with busters and people that were scared of him, but he ran with Big U and fought Nipsey with Big U. Look, bro, keeping it 100, that paperwork, bro. Big U had the popularity vote. I was wrong siding with Big U against a 10th Ave dude. Eddie Boy from 10th Ave. You know, Big U had industry connections, all the stuff that, you know, that was the allure for the young kids, for the young generation. So, you know what I mean? It's just like having a bag. You could be bad and buy your way back into this. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, I went against a dude on my block because I just believed that Big U was right. And then here come the paperwork. Here we are. Why Tiny Board did 600? Tiny Board developing auction, man. You know what I mean? I don't really be wanting to touch on Board like that because he ain't threw no stones or anything, you know. But he developing options, y'all. Come on, y'all know what it is. It is what it is. But you know, I mean, I can't say all Grid, but let me tell you something about that Grid stuff right now. We've been piling on Big U, right? And this is after everybody done got raided. So everybody is like, man, they don't want us putting too much weight on them. You know what I mean? They see the signs that he gonna crack, bro. Because he really be telling and he don't even be knowing he telling. You know? Like when he went over there with Alex Alonso. 4th, 5th, and 6th, I was with Rose. No, you wasn't. Where we do that at? I'm not your alibi. Then another thing. 600 say I got the homie rated. 600 didn't say nobody name. No, Sleep got the homie rated. He said the man's name and then swung the camera and gave a positive ID. That shop not even in Sleep name. But you said his name and then gave a positive ID by swinging the camera. How many more signs everybody need to see? Then he locked SKG up. If you want to get it off, you got to come over here and get that. Man, you youth intervention, bro. Ain't no way you should be over here talking about you got to come to the hood and get that. You fighting a Rico. Come on, man. So what you said about dudes in the Grid, Adam Smith, Crip now. Bro, I'm saying not all of them telling, but bro, they got to have confidential informants in there. That's part of the contract. That's it. Guaranteed. You know what I mean? And he's the head dude, so he can't say that he's not a culprit in this. And I know he's a culprit in it because he gave me play-by-play on my case. That nigga Vic, you did Keita dirty on Drink Camp. Yeah, I could see that. In group, ain't no telling who all he'll tell. Yeah, I backed up. You know, he ain't been throwing no stones and all that stuff, but you know, we waiting for him to say something. We can pull this other stuff out. Okay, Ismail, all's good. You don't think that story about Fast isn't snitching, though? First and foremost, man, I'm not a witness. I'm not a co-defendant. You know what I mean? I don't know the stories is true until somebody start crying. If you throw a rock in a pack of dogs and the one that got yelled, that's the one got hit. So it's some validity to it. That ain't, you know what I mean? I'm just 1090 Jaking. You know what I mean? You don't think that story about Fast and snitching just acting? Nah, it ain't. Because I ain't going to end up in court to testify about it. You know what I mean? I'm not a witness. I wasn't there. Remember when the Game and Snoop went to the police station? I believe that was the grid program. I can't say. I'm not going to speak on nothing that I really don't know. You know what I mean? 600. What's happening, Brody? Get that for sure, man. I got 7 likes in here, 41 people. What's the deal? Huh? What's that all about? Yeah, man. Go ahead, fire away, man. I'm here for it, man. I'll answer it. You know what I mean? That's why he left when Spider Low pulled up for 600. Because he ain't want to mess with that grid contract. Yeah, why the hell? Look, first and foremost, y'all got to be smart. Let's be practical. You know what I mean? Them fools, they got justification for being where they at. That's their station. So you're going to pull to their workplace, max them out, and then let him go ahead and do a invoice, a police report, and control the narrative. He came to my job. I'm just minding my business. I'm clocked in. Look. Come on, man. Let's be logical, man. That's why he left with Spider Low full of. Oh, yeah, already addressed that. Johnny, all right, what's happening, John? What's happening? 10th Ave Hood Boy. Neighborhood, what's up, cuzzo? 10th Ave Hood Boy, I need to know which cousin you are. I already know. Why you be getting at my guys? Huh? 10th Ave. Don't get at my guys on mine, bro, just out of respect. You know what I mean? Go do that on their page or something. I don't want to be involved. Plus, you got 10th Ave in your name. Like, you know, what's that up? What's craving? What's up, homie? Demon Time Exotic. Yo! You already know I'm coming over there, Demon Time. You know that. We got to chop it up. Come on, man. We talking about the grid program. We talking about, you know, Avalon Blue. Avalon Blue is an OG with the rookie crossover. You know, semi-pro, bro. You know what I mean? I don't get that. You know, I don't get it. 10th Ave on the enemy team. He can't be on the enemy team with no 10th Ave in his name. That's out. Like, you know what I mean? If you ain't 10th Ave, nigga, you might as well take it out. Like, because I don't go against 10th Ave. I don't care who you are. I don't go against 10th Ave. Even Axe. I'm not going against the block. How am I going to go against some guys that I don't play basketball with at High Park? They mamas letting me run in and out when I'm getting chased by the police. Like, you know what I mean? You got to be in you, bro. Got you, cousin. Yep. Go on, they shit. Just trying to show you some love. I love you, bro. I ain't tripping. I'm just being logical because it just seemed like, you know what I mean? Like, you trolling on mine. That's all I'm saying. Crenshaw veteran. And I don't like how y'all and L and Deucey on politics on 60 business, but they ran by. Yeah, them niggas is busters, bro. First and foremost, Deucey around my age. I ain't seen that fool in no youth authority, no juvenile hall, and if I did, I would have maxed him out. Everybody that know me as a child know that I was running shit back to back. I was calling out whole cliques. I mean, you could ask the 30s, you could ask the Hoovers, everything. they know me. So how is he in the system around my age and he just official to be talking on this? Like, get out of here. You know what I mean? And I done seen Yael get maxed out. He don't want these problems. What's crazy? A bunch of goofballs, that's what they are. Shout out to the exposed, aka the employers, because without y'all, them other dudes don't have nothing to talk about, huh? For sure. You already know. I was just over there smashing. Man, them dudes is idiots, man. And you know what I mean? Whatever, do Sims. Do Sims, Yael, get your squabble up, fool. You know what I mean? You know? And me, I'm the deluxe package. So talking about me, man, you know what I mean? Just have that energy. Beat me to 100. Diva time. They over there speaking on you now. Them niggas is smokers. They crackhead. I think for sure Do Sims a crackhead. I'm looking at his teeth. You know what I mean? I'm looking at his face. He looked like he lived a hard life. Skin ain't popping. Ain't drinking enough water. You know what I mean? Ain't got no line on this thing. Beard all shaggy. You know what I mean? Like, come on. I could tell he got crack in his life. You know what I mean? Yeah, he ain't far from cowboy. You know what I mean? Avalon Blue is a bench player. I won't say that. You know what I mean? I heard he a real G from over there. Shout out to him. You know what I mean? I think that he just made a messed up move and he backpedaled. But it ain't no way that you could backpedal out of calling the man a snitch. We standing on that, and that's gonna be an algorithm forever. Yeah, Yael a marshmallow hand. Yeah, I'm seeing them throwing them pillows. He took off first and got dusted, got drugged. And you talking on me? Like, man, come on, bro. like, come on. I know you heard. Who else? Dang, that shit went fast. They over there speaking on you now. Fuck. They just reviewed the channel, stealing content. Yeah, all day. Yael marshmallow hand. Wes Craven, laughing my ass off. Doe Spencer, what's happening? Demon Time. He looked homeless. Man, that fool looked bad. You know what I mean? Liquor taking him under. Demon Time, definitely. I ain't seen you since like 92, 93. They must don't know about you, Crip. You being a real one. You already know. This sound like my dude Napoleon. Is that you? Huh? Cause you know I'm on legend time too, bro. You know what I mean? G-Mac, I bet you could write a book. I got books, bro. They coming out in a minute, bro. It's so tedious and stuff, and I'll be I'll be driving, work my job, and come back and have to do creative editing, bro. I gotta get rid of one of these jobs. You know, you should pull up to No Jumper and interview. Maybe. You know, cloud is a hell of a drug. Yes, it is, because that's exactly what it Blue. I mean, Blue could have went about it a different way. You know what I mean? For a dude to come over there and genuinely show him love, and he could do that when a dude walk out. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't get it. And you know, shout out to Shay Avalon. You know what I mean? That's my guy. Where's Kerry Layton? Do you know him? Yeah, cousin Kerry. Yeah, I know him. You know, I don't know where he at. You know, I know he supposed to be ready when the Nip thing happened. You know, you get to see who all faking out here when the drama hit the fan. Like, you know what I mean? You with me, we making it home. We going up. We'll talk about it wherever we get, wherever we get, but we living to talk about it. You know what I mean? So long live Nip. You know? What it do, Ross? Zay Dallas, we see you. We see you, Jack. What's happening, Marcus? You already know. You know what I mean? I'm just chilling, man. We over here go let the content. You know what I mean? We gonna let the crackheads over at Kiwi, Damu, wherever the hell that stuff is over there. You know what I mean? Let them do them. You know, the straight bastards, bro. I ain't never seen Deuce him in no system or nothing. You know what I mean? Especially in that juvenile system or that camp system. I've been to placement. I've been to Y. I would have maxed you out, bro. I was, nigga, I was getting down with everything, bro. So I know you ain't with it. You know what I mean? Run this up. It's Heart of Hearts he know, man. I know in Blue Heart of Hearts he know he messed up, y'all. But, you know, I'm gonna be realistic, man. I have a hard time admitting that I'm wrong sometimes. I just get into that point in life, knowing that, all my downfalls couldn't be possible without me. You know what I mean? So, you got to be like an alcoholic, be alcoholic anonymous or something, and take responsibility to get up out of denial. You know what I mean? Blue, whenever he ready, we can have that conversation. We pay them no attention. Man, please don't. You know what I mean? Truth always come to the light. Definitely. We ain't gonna do no catting off over here, no jeffing or nothing. We ain't doing no interviews. That's another thing, man. These OG dudes been indoctrinating the kids, telling them, hey, don't, when you get caught up, don't do no interviews and none of that stuff. Man, look at all these interviews these dudes doing. Big U, for example. And now he want to sit out here and fight the public harder than he done fought his appeal. Fool, you tapped out on your appeal, but you fighting public perception. Like, nah, that's stuck, bro. Where that? Where that, fool? You know what I mean? Truth always come to the light. Is Shitty Cuz still respected as a 60, or is he put off now, man? I think they gonna max him out up in there. There's too many Nips lovers. Truth definitely always come out. Why you think Nipsey grandma said Black Sam ran out the house that morning? Because he was running out there for his brother, bro. He heard what happened. He ran down there. He got that call. He ran down there. Caution to the wind. The same thing we'll do. Don't let them line 600. Man, that's out, bro. Like, you know what I mean? If they want niggas off the porch, that's an easy way to get a food out back in the field. Big U, a.k.a. Ken, you called the police. Yeah, man. Man, you got to have balls of steel to film yourself calling the police. You know what I mean? And then you tell her come to the hood and get that. Fool, you fighting Rico, ain't you? Or ain't they trying to build that? Like, what you mean come to the hood and get that? Come to church and get that. I want you to get baptized. Man, this fool, like, who taught him? You know what I mean? Where did he come from? I'm not telling you to come get nothing. Then you in the parking lot with Spider for another fade. You're paid to break it up. You're paid to break it up. Why are you there orchestrating drama? Man, he's spiraling out of control. You know what I mean? He gotta be working. He sure has a lot of time on his hand. Yeah, I think he up there working at that Metro now. He had that bro, LLL. You tell the facts. And in the midst of BS, John say, Marcus, veteran, Granny said she was drinking coffee. I believe it, Granny, you know what I mean? You know, Black Sam, my bro. You know what I mean? Shout out Black Sam, I love him, man. You know, ain't nothing ever gonna change with him. You know, but he trusts me just as Nip trusts Cobby. You know what I mean? Nip know Cobby was for him. So he ain't rolling by the barbershop on Florence seeing Cobby car out there like, why you in there with Big U? Nah, man, I know where your lines lay. I know you love me. Just like me over here with Wack. He know what's up. You know what I mean? Like, come on, get up out of here. You know? Exactly. You know? And let me tell y'all the difference. Everybody be trying to smut Wack, bro. That's crazy. Because here go Big U with a conviction. That's written in stone. And here go Wack, and y'all trying to bury him with assumptions. Like, but you know, he gonna handle his candle. He been handling that so far. Hunters, huh? Who's that? RJ Sim Hunters? I don't know what you getting at right there. So did Nipsey get shot in the morning or the afternoon? It was the afternoon, bro, I think. It was towards like noon. Would you go to No Jumper? I got a couple of guys over there. I've been offered to go, you know what I mean? But I haven't, you know, I've been offered to tag along, should I say. You know, but I've been having a hell of a work schedule, man. I'll be on the road, bro. I'll be all the way in Charlotte. You know, I could have sworn it was after 3 p.m. Nah, that's when he probably was pronounced You know what I mean? Yeah, it was after 3. I don't know, bro. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? I don't wanna mistake that. 10th Ave Hood boy, keep doing you, cuzzo. I'ma keep showing up and showing love. JJ got my line. Love you because okay, I already know who. Yeah, that's my cousin, bro. Love you too, bro. You already know what it is, bro. Keep on showing up, bro. I ain't tripping, bro. You know what I mean? One day you come on here and speak your mind. Logically, we ain't about to be yelling and none of that stuff. You go ahead and say what your gripes would do. Because it might be, yeah, might be something that y'all can work out. Damn, they asking weird ass questions in the chat. Yeah, give sometimes, man. But I'm entertaining. Stingy K, what's up, bro? I ain't forgot, bro. I done already ordered my get down. You know what I mean? So we gonna do it. You know what I mean? And we gonna let the content with you. Marcus, bro, I see they not trying to hear their paperwork on Big Q. They seen it though. Yeah, they backtrack, but it's too late. You know when you call a man a snitch, he ain't never forgetting that. So they could stop trying to smooth that over. You know what I mean? That's what I'm telling him. He know the rules with that. Bada bing, bada boom. But he's not wrong. So LA stand with you on all that. Your homie's gonna stand with you on that. You're not wrong. And your boy said he was a legal beagle. He's I've been in the law library. He's a legal beagle. So y'all came to the conclusion and y'all said Big U's a snitch. Stand on that, bro. Ain't no backpedaling. Or did they call and say no grid on grid drama? No grid on grid violence? Like, get out of here, bro. Like, we can't allow that, man. You the voice for the future. You raising the kids. You know what I mean? What happened to all that stuff we done indoctrinated the kids with? We ain't standing on it ourselves. Rules, I mean, that mean that policies is just for the employees. You know what I mean? The executives just be parking anywhere in handicapped spaces. I'm not no executive. I ain't no employee, bro. I'm a stakeholder of this. I'm a stockholder. You ain't gonna buoy me in this. And this dude got buoyed in his own park. Yes, sir. Stingy K was hiding, demon. All right, veteran. So why you think he would run out the door in the morning when he got shot in the afternoon? Oh, bro. I can't say that, Chris Shaw. Veteran, I don't even know the times and stuff. I'm gonna have to look at the papers, bro. You know what I mean? Day 70. Is Brick Baby hated for what Baby shit he did? Nah, he ain't. Nah. Brick Baby was in jail, bro. He's only a dislike for trying to carry on with the shit he not. But Brick Baby, you know what I mean? He's not hated for it. I think he transitioned into the Brick Baby thing anyway. Rose finna take over with the content. Oh, you already know, man. We just want to speak some logic and comprehension into this stuff. Nobody really seen the contents of my heart. I be laughing on a lot of this stuff. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I'm not shooken or rattled by a lot of these, by dangerous comments and none of that old stuff. Like, you know, don't threaten me with a good time. I'm with it all. The ignorant genius. Nip was so solid. I was on Epic with him back in 2011. Went to TSU with Deshae and a few other 60. Oh, for sure, homie. Shout out to the ignorant genius, man. For sure, for sure. Wes Craven, the Grid Crips. Stingy K, a dog is a dog and a cat is a cat. You called that. You know, a ball, a strike. What they, you know, they call a ball, a strike, a strike. Same thing. The Grid Gangster Crips. LW, no grid on grid violence. They called that in. They exercise political back channels on us, huh? Like, how is it to change your heart so quick? The ignorant genius. They introduced me to Nip when I moved to New York after signing. Yeah. Oh, so you was with all that cinematic thing and all that. You know they forged Nip's signature too, huh? Why you think that they didn't enforce Big U couldn't sue and get that victory lap? You know what I mean? They threatened the attorney to disbar him, bro. You know? And the attorney told Big U and them, back up, bro. This dude about to take my license from me. And slyly, they waited till he died to try to go after his estate, but that's another story. You know what I mean? Gibbs, no one is bigger than the program. What program? Them dudes was from Avalon. They gangsters. We hustlers. You know what I mean? But maybe, you know, I don't. And the program is fractured. You know? 10th Ave, man, though, I got you. It's all love, 10th Ave, you already know. Still GK, he inserted his name in that. Yeah, he definitely did. Demon Time, never thought about that. Demon Time, the running out of things. Come on, you already know, man. Would you do your own podcast, Marcus? You know, I'm trying to get a guy to go ahead and do this with me and all that stuff. He a little bit busy, you know what I mean? I just, you know, I think it'd be cool for us to address a lot of this stuff. Dave and customers. Money bags. Crenshaw veteran. Shady. Oh, not the same program. Yes, Adult Spencer. When I heard those cats saying you was a buster, my antennas went up. Come on, bro. Go. Me, for real, up a joint out the section. You know what I mean? Like, get out of here. I'm the kid that did. Huh? What? EW, you know the truth. LLDLTER, TR, long live KT, yeah, long live Nip. Yep, definitely, for sure. John, what's bigger than the program? Gentrification. Yep. You know what I mean? I mean, bro, we trying to shatter the myths that these G's ain't really going by what they want, what they teaching us, bro. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, they the ones doing the interviews. They the one making the statements. You know? Like, I'm not gonna blame the kids, man. Dolph Spencer, I've been around you. For sure. I mean, you know, most likely you have, you know what I mean? If you really know me, for sure, you know what I mean? I'm around a lot of goons and guys, you know what I mean? People that know me, they already know the contents of my heart. They know I'm real with it, you know what I mean? The programmer, definitely, you know what I mean? Kevin Smith, Buster Control. Who's that directed to, Kevin Smith? How? Who? Like, come on, bro. You know? Crenshaw veteran, I learned that. That's why I'm a civilian. I read that book, Animal Farm. John, so that's how long will the mourn me by Pac was about me. You know, I was a kid, bro. You know what I mean? Forgive me for my transgressions and whatever I was involved with, man. I don't really want to elaborate on that, you know? We got a publication coming out on it, and I'll explain everything about that later, you know what I mean? But you're correct. Also, Shit Don't Stop. That was about me also. And How Long Would They Mourn Me was a play on me. Okay, the ignorant genius, that dirty move, big you can't beat Karma's marathon. Niggas will say they love you until they hate you because they can't beat you. Spot on. Ignorant genius. Rod 007. How did Big U become 60s leader? Man, get out of here. He ain't no 60s leader. You know what I mean? But if you get enough, you know, if you get enough connections, you, like, bro, if I could be a dude in my basement. If I get enough sponsors and get on enough magazines, bro, they gonna say I'm the leader. You know what I mean? And truth be told, the real leaders don't even want to be named the leaders, man. The executive, the owners don't want to. Man, I know owners of franchises, you tell the customer, oh, talk to the owner, he gonna go off on you. Man, why you telling him to talk to me? I don't want to be known as the owner. Like, the owner don't want to stick out. John, got it. You know what I mean? Crenshaw veteran, 60s, ain't got one leader. Hell no, we don't. Especially my block. Like, come on, man. Like, fun fact, bro. Dudes be getting into it with Big U, bro. You know what I mean? Ask the goons, the guys, man, who they went to go get. Huh? Who they went to go get to help them poke their chests out. Huh? At Ransom Tax Place. Who they go get? Did y'all forget? Huh? We up in there. You know? Fun fact. You know what I mean? Talk to the guys. You know what I mean? Keep going, bro. You got a lot to talk about. You dig? Yeah, I'm just, you know, we censored, though, you know? I don't really just want to just put too much out, you know? Gibbs. Folks draw Folks draw ain't never spoke bad on you. How is that possible when y'all have different feelings about the other? Man, who you think Keyway and Damu getting their stuff from? Damu and Keyway getting their conversation. Who you think them clowns getting their stuff from? That's Big U over there. He's throwing stones and hiding his hand. That's why I told him he better stop it before I end up dropping that AI voice on mine and I'll narrate his whole life. I'll Nancy Gray his case. You know what I mean? Because he got to take their cases for all the homies' baby mamas. And that's not logical. What he gonna do? Tell his way up out of that? Huh? Like, come on, bro. When did gangsters start doing social media? You lame, because I'm sure not a gangster. Get out of here. You know, Druzy. He dry snitched. Yeah, he did, bro. Dead homies, he did. And he put me involved in some stuff. Like, get up out of here. Hurry up and drop balls on him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not involved in none of that, fool. I don't know what you talking about. You're an old man with dementia. 5'57" with bad knees, man. Built like Luther Vandross. Get up out of here. You know what I mean? Damn, because I didn't put the two together. Come on, bro. You know? Scroogey, what's happening, though? What's crazy? Yeah, man, what bad mouth ass, bad mouth dude Sills doing over there? That fool monetized. He ain't gonna go to the dentist? Like, what's going on, man? What dude over there, man? Huh? Tell him, he can't even smile in the broad face. Why is he even on front and center, running a platform with rocks in his mouth? Dude said he's sponsored by Big U. Man, y'all know that them raps that can't be sold in California. They banned in California. Google it. He better not sell not one rap in California. He under investigation trying to sell raps. Come on, ATF. Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. You're under investigation right now, sir. You said it yourself. Why would you get involved in tobacco when it's targeting kids, flavors that's targeting kids? It's illegal here. Throw that shit away. Demon time, he's out. His face make my stomach hurt. Man, come on, you already know. Alan Smith, on Sunday, I was with Ross. Man, you could have been any place in the world, but you was here with me, like Jay-Z say. Chris, I'm better. Bullshit raps. Yeah, man, who want the LGBT, whatever that is? You know what I mean? Man, go sell that on, what's that? At the gay pride parade, at the pride parade or something, man. Oh, rainbow, what's wrong with it? You know what I mean? All that ink. Man, I don't want that ink. I might as well smoke a newspaper. You know what I mean? I don't want that ink on my lungs. I would tell you this, Marcus. I would tell you this. I see they don't say your name, bro. Nah, it ain't him saying my name, but he gonna have Damu and Keyway do it. Dudes in Wisconsin. Or he gonna have that scandalous Los Angeles stuff. Them dudes, they in the AI voice and all that stuff. Like, he gonna have them do it, bro. Buster stuff. You know what I mean? I get it, you know, but you know, you gotta have thick skin for this YouTube space, man. This social media world, man. You gotta have thick skin. And I know they bluffing, you know what I mean? So I ain't gonna say nothing too much about it, you know. Crenshaw Veterans, that's deep. Demon Time Exotic, he dumb. Kevin, Loose Booty Cannon. Hey, bro, like, get up out of here with that. That's the homie. Scroogey's fraudulent. What's up, Scroogey? Crypto Walk. Why baby Shawnee Mac and Big Kev Mac being speechless? Baby Shawnee Mac and Big Kev Mac being speechless. And we all know Nip was in their circle. Why they don't take a stand on nothing? You say baby Shawnee Mac and Big Kev. Until they throw stones, I ain't even gonna answer that one right there. You know what I mean? I get it though. I get it. That's something you need to go to their page and address that. You know what I mean? Fresh off Timu raps. Man, that shit look like some shit in the Easter basket. That nigga just took some Easter bag paper out and started selling them. United Wraps, United Colors. uh, oh my God! Again, because of the real Sal didn't fuck with Cuz. He spoke at Cuz at the shop, said he was watered down. Man, Sam will go up on dude. That's what y'all don't know. Sam done checked them dudes, threw them up out of the parking lot. Like, bro, like they ain't trying to get up with Sam, man. And bro, Sam humble, bro. Sam humble. He's a genuine dude. He humble, bro. But they ain't trying to get up with that dude. He got his heart in this. You know what I mean? Sending hate from Canada. Why? Kiwi the first. What they say? Quibbly the first. Don't send no hate, man. It's all love, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. Gate 70. I can't believe Big U vouched for Gunner. Man, that was crazy. But, bro, let me tell you something. You get the bag, you buy your way back in. You know what I mean? You buy your way back in. Chris Veteran, he got a media team. Man, a hell of a media team. Like, why didn't he fight his appeal this hard? Why did he throw in his appeal? He fighting public perception hard as a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Well, he didn't fight his appeal, though. He didn't fight them people. Your fight ain't with us. We just reading what's written in stone. Fight them people. Oh, word on the street, Big U about to, he appealing that 600. What? Man, that's 40 years old, man. That's over with. Once he threw in his towel, dropped that appeal, ain't no coming back. Man, tell him to time stamp that and show the world, man, he appealing something. Man, get up out of here. You know what I mean? I know the rest of it. Marcus say, Ben Taylor, keep the stories coming, brother. Respect for sure, Ben Taylor. Rod 007. Big U seems like he greedy. Definitely. He had the audacity to tell you some crazy stuff like, hey, man, I'm going to give you $50 off of this 1,000. You be like, who the hell you talking to? You know what I mean? He got the audacity. It's fluid. It's natural to him. Marcus, is it better in LA or worse now since you've been home? Man, LA, they purging out here, bro. They purging. Yeah, they put money back. Why they get on social media and handle your candle? Oh, you telling me to go ahead and slide on the police? You go do it for me. Ignoramus. The only thing I ever been scared of in the world is police, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm not using my last wish on that. But they could catch me OT where I got 9 lives. The ignorant genius. I'll message you on G. Let's chop it up, kid. For sure, ignorant genius. I'm with it. LW. I never heard of Big U until Nip died and he was doing his press run, promoting that off the grid project. Nah, he been around before that. I won't say that. That'll be disingenuous for me to do that. Crenshaw Veteran. Is it true he slapped Flossie for bringing him the wrong donut? Slapped the dog shit up out of him. Like Ike Turner. You know what I mean? You know, dude used to be from Schoolyard too. You know what I mean? Marcus. Got you. Money bag. You not from 6-0 until you kill her. That's my motto. But we ain't gonna talk about it, fool. You know what I mean? Up out of here. You know what I mean? Yes. What's the deal though, man? Any more questions before I end this live? It's damn near 50 minutes. You know what I mean? Man, I appreciate y'all coming through though, man. Like, comment, and subscribe, man. Share the page, man. You know, I'm here to answer some questions. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, bro. I'm not gonna shoot no, you know, sideways at y'all. I'm fluid. Ain't nothing scripted. I'm shooting it off the top, man. You know, do more lives. I'm gonna start, man. But you know what I mean? I want to bring the crew in, you know, the 100 side, and I want to bounce some ideas up off their heads, man. You know what I mean? I want y'all to be able to address more people, you know, like even bring y'all in, you know. When the next video, I don't know, maybe tomorrow. Need you on here more often. For sure, I'll be here, West Craven. Demon Time Exotic. Yeah, you holding a nice size audience. For sure, good looking out, bro. Marcus, people want to hear you, bro. I'm going to try to bring it to you. Inglewood Legends, y'all already know, bro. You already know. Legend for sure, bro. My Uncle Big Will got a nephew from over there. My nigga Napoleon and all y'all over there, bro. I love y'all. Crenshaw veteran, appreciate it. You know, DT357 came for the Sandman content for sure, bro. I'ma bring that Sadari. You know what I mean? What's happening? I see you there, bro. I see you, Blackie. You know what I mean? What's good, Eddie boy? Marcus 42, 100. You know, K Mac Team, salute, man. You know, I went to school with some of the dudes like Baby S, Mac Cowboy, and Tiny Creek. It's amazing how some dudes have turned up. Yeah, man. Kev Mac used to be a joint, huh? Straight crackhead. You know what I mean? Gang. Shout out to the Inglewood Legends. You already know. You know what I mean? Gang. Inglewood Legends. Inglewood Legends. All love. Man, come on. That's my second hood, bro. Y'all already know I've been with y'all for a long time, bro. You know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. I'm about to get up off this live. Like, comment, and subscribe, man. Share the page. Tell a friend, man. I love y'all for coming out here rocking with me.